And then we're gonna do some cool down mobility and show you guys how to properly stretch afterwards.
Let's go. I wake up to
These are proper weightlifting shoes. They're not necessarily needed when you're a very beginner, but they definitely help when you start really getting into it. Alright, so when you first pick up the bar, you're going to find your hand where your hands are going to be on the bar. So this is an easy way. With snatch, you have a little bit of a wider grip, so you're going to take it up to your hip. And then you're going to widen your hands until the bar sits in your hip crease. So I'm about there, and then alright, there we go. That's where my hands are, and then that's where we sit. Then we're going to go into our power position. So this is a really important position when it comes to Olympic weightlifting. You are going to just bend your knees, have your bar sit there, relax your arms, and that is your power position. Okay, do you want to give it a go? Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. Now the second position, we're going to make sure we go into our power position, so our knees are bent. We're going to make sure our shoulders are over our hips, and then we're going to slowly slide down to our knee. It's almost going to be like an RDL. So her shoulders and her elbows and her knees and her ankles are going to be in one straight line. And then you're just going to lift your chest up, back to the power position. Beautiful. Thank you. Next, we're going to go down to our shin. Because if we have weights on the bar, our start position is going to be here, but we're going to work top down. So we're going to go from our power position, shoulders and hips and ankles right in one line. And we're going to slowly push our hips back to our knee. See how my shins are almost vertical right now? And then we're going to pull our knees and shins forward, and our torso is going to stay the exact same. And then we're going to push back to our knees and then back to our hips. Well, first, before we go overhead, let's check Jess's overhead mobility. So we're just gonna have her pull the bar over her head. Wow. Wow. That's really great stuff. Okay, and then we're just gonna have her do an air squat. Pull up and then squat down. That's great. All right, pick up the bargain. So we're gonna go power position. Boom, to our knee. Boom, to our shin. Very nice, back to our knee, to our hip. And then she's going to jump and catch into that squat position. Great, great job. All right, now I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, but I'm not gonna go too quick. Power position, knee, shin, knee. Make sure we hit the power position, and then jump and squat. So when you add weight, it's up to your discretion, whatever you're comfortable with. I would suggest starting with a lower weight if you've never done this before, but since we're professionals, we're gonna add a lot of weight at first. Okay, ready? So these are straps. We use them to strap our hands into the bar because we usually use a 35-pound women's bar, but this is a 45-pound men bar. So as you can see with my small hands here, it's not great. So we're gonna strap ourselves in, but this is a totally unnecessary step. Power position, nice and slow to our knee, shin, and that will just touch the ground and then go back to our knee, hip, and snatch. Nice. Nice. Okay, very good. And once you get better at that, you can start going a little quicker and start, missing all the pauses and just kind of
One smooth.
Smooth, yeah, that's a good word, smooth. So making sure I'm pushing back and then up. Okay. So now that we're comfortable, we're just going to add a little bit more weight.
Oh, that was much better.
I've been told I have a beautiful snatch before, so there it is for you. We're done with the snatch. Now we're going to move on to the clean, but we're not going to teach you the full exercise all the way down to the floor today. We're just going to teach you a hip clean. So she's going to pick up the bar, and it's the same kind of deal. You want to be comfortable. Everyone's different when it comes to hand position. Like Jess is here. My bar sits a little bit higher on me. Your bar can sit a little lower on you. Everyone's body is different when it comes to clean, so just where you're comfortable. But the power position, bend your knees, That's going to be the same position we did for the snatch. From here, an easy way. With snatch, you have a little bit of a wider grip, so you're gonna take it up to your hips, and then you are going to widen your hands until the bar sits in your hip crease. So I'm about there, and then I'm like my little hands. All right, there we go. That's where my hands are, and then that's where we start. Then we're gonna go into our power position. So this is a really important position when it comes to Olympic weightlifting. You are going to just bend your knees, have your bar sit there, relax your arms, and that is your power position. Okay, do you wanna give it a go?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, cool. Now the second position, we are going to make sure we go into our power position. So our knees are bent. We're gonna make sure our shoulders are over our hips, and then we're going to slowly slide down to our knee. It's almost gonna be like an RDL. So her shoulders